the SAPS National Commissioner, General Fannie Masemola, is set to brief Justice Mbuyiseli Madlanga on the investigation into the murder of Marius van der Merwe, known as Witness D, at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, who was shot dead outside his home in Brakpan in Ekurhuleni in Gauteng yesterday. Van der Merwe had testified that EMPD, Ekurhuleni Metro Police Department, suspended Deputy Chief Julius Mkhwanazi, requested the removal of a body from a Brakpan crime scene and allegedly called him, Witness D, to help with the disposal of that body. General Masemola will also discuss strengthened safety measures for all participants in the commission. But for now, let's take you to Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who is outside the home of Witness D in Brakpan. Good afternoon to you, Mbalenhle. I can only imagine the shock that ripples through that community, as well as, the family and people around the family of the late Witness D. Take me through what you're hearing and some of the people and role players you've been engaging with.
Well, certainly, Thulasizwe. I've just been in conversation with someone who had been identified by the family to speak to the media, but has declined to be interviewed by the SABC, saying that they have been dealing with media all day today, and at this point they are tired. And it is only understandable and bearable that, they did, and he explained that they did not sleep all night, and as early as this morning, they have been dealing with the media. And obviously, we also need to bear in mind that this is a very sad moment for the family. They have lost a loved one, and they are grieving the loss of a loved one. And I'm going to step out of the shot, and I'm going to ask my camera colleague to zoom into the flowers that have been placed outside where the Witness D lost his life. Now, in the late last night when I arrived here, it is at this very spot where we saw the vehicle that Witness D was driving, stationed outside of this door, and his remains lying on the floor right next to the driver's seat, an indication of the fact that he was driving and just about to drive inside the home. And also, last night's briefing with the Deputy Provincial Commissioner, Police Commissioner, just confirming what residents had said at the time, that they heard gunshots at around between 20 past and 8:30 in the evening. It was 2 gunshots, and community members and neighbors came out to find the Witness D lying obviously in a pool of his own blood, and unfortunately having lost his life, confirming that he was traveling with his family, his wife, and 2 children. And this was must have been a sad and devastating moment for the family to witness the brutal killing of their loved one. The police have confirmed that a manhunt has started and investigations have started, and that even though the motive for the killing is still unknown, investigations are still ongoing, and they are confident that they will be able to bring those responsible for this crime to book. Now, developments are such that, there are questions as to whether or not the media should be allowed at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry following the death of a witness that appeared there and shared quite sensitive information and implicating certain individuals in acts of criminality and unfortunately losing their life. We know that there was a briefing that was held by the Minister of Justice and Correctional Services today, Mamuluku Kubai, and there is a suggestion that the media may not be allowed or to return once the commission returns, given the fact that the information that is shared there is sensitive, and it seems as though there are those who are watching for the intents and purposes of targeting those who go and present information there as we have seen with the shooting, brutal killing and shooting of Witness D, who appeared before the Madlanga Commission. I'm joined by the ANC's regional secretary, who spoke to the family earlier, who's just going to give us a better sense. We've asked him to come back after having met with the family. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. You've spoken to the family. How are they faring? It's a very sad moment for the family, but in conversation with them, since we didn't get the opportunity to speak to them, how are they doing?
I must say that it was quite a disturbing moment to physically see what the family is going through, and I'm sure you can imagine what they are going through. We are equally and deeply concerned and aggrieved, in fact, about this brutal killing of a witness whom we know, all of us, that would have made some damning testimony on the alleged criminal activities that took place. And we view his killing really as an attack to the justice, attack to accountability, and undermining the rule of law. And without confirming on fact on what could have been the basis of his killing, but we can assert at this point in time that is probably linked to the type of testimony that he made. And maybe the intent is to wipe him out so that as these matters are being pursued, even in the court of law, there is no witness, to further confirm the allegations that he has made, which are damning around the criminal activities that included some of our EMPD officers.
The wife is among the family members who witnessed the crime. I imagine she's inconsolable. You've had an opportunity to be inside. What sort of conversations are you having with her?
We actually indicated to the family and the wife in particular that we are here to express our sincere condolences to her and the entire family in view of what transpired. Quite a heavy burden to take for the family, and we made her and the family to understand that we are in pain with them, so that they don't get an impression that they are going through this difficult moment alone. More so when we are quite aware that the revelations do to some extent require some corrective actions and decisive decision from the side of the political leadership, even in the institution, the city of Ekurhuleni. And it is in that regard that as the African National Congress, we felt that we must dissent and be with the family, but equally assure the wife and the entire family that we will escalate our voice to call for collaboration amongst the law enforcement agencies to ensure that those that were involved in this brutal act are apprehended and that they face the full might of the justice and that they be meted with the punishment that they deserve.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking to us. There you have it. I think the family's feeling, how the family is feeling right now, is displayed in the flowers that they have put outside of the gate, outside of what was a crime scene just a few hours ago. This is a display of grief, of pain, and of great loss. It's back to you in studio.
For that, Mbalenhle Mthethwa out in Brakpan, there, outside of the home of the man known as Witness D at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, following, of course, that incident that has left the entire nation in shock. The question now, what is to be done, and will it be done?